spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Hey, you! Can you help me? Can you? Hey, please help me, man! Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See? Sure, I beat him up.
You should probably call Sherlock.
Drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it's something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
You're drunk now.
I was only a little tipsy.
I told him, oh yeah, well, I don't hear.
An incoherent mumbling so bad they aren't even putting subtitles.
The early
That's
morning
terrible.
light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go
Look
through the
into it.
fence on the left.
It's a manuscript. Oh no, it's a tractor. Tractor? What?
It's a very old truck. I'm sure they won't. I'm sure they won't mind.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I really apologize for the eating, but we're hungry and
You have to examine the junker.
But hey, at least you guys can actually
Alice's
hear us, not
driver's
when,
license
like when
had
we
been
had to
placed
use
in the front
laptopy.
seat. The caller meant business.
I could hear myself just fine.
Barry?
Well, yeah, but the static was horrible.
Where have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me.
Uh-oh.
I'm at the
Aw,
sheriff's station.
shit.
Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National
Like-
Park to meet Alice's kidnappers. A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark.
What is that man on the screen?
Alice's life is at stake, but I can't
That's
think
Alan.
about that,
Oh,
or I'll lose
doesn't
it.
look like
The
Alan.
dread lingers at the
look.
edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Dude, someone is messing with your past.
Oh yeah,
I just
big
wanted
time.
to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions,
Happened to the Andersons.
of course. I can assure
Damn it,
you
Anderson.
that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman.
That's
I'd
convenient.
like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh my! Take it easy.
Huh? Cannot blame him.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
Is that the woman? Is that the man who
What the hell was
kidnapped
that
Alice?
about, Al? We don't need a replay of
No, I
that
don't
thing
think
with
so.
the paparazzi.
He was the guy that was on the
They were
book
gonna
cover.
lock you up.
Apparently, Alan
I had to
punched
talk
in
to
a
someone.
punch a
I told
paparazzi.
Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake!
It's evil.
Barry, you
Pure
found him.
evil.
Oh,
Ah!
just thinking about you, too.
Oh God, it's
Great.
Rose.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go.
Please
Great
go
to see
away.
you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
The wish is my command.
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Like, I don't know.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault.
But
She's
she's
a
Charlie.
very nice girl, and more importantly, a fan.
Charlie?
She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy? And his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got.
I like how
And
the
everyone
"Have you been
understand
drinking"
what it sounds
is
like when you
has
say
the
stuff
angrier
like
voice
that?
than "Are you
Don't get me wrong,
high?"
It's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality,
Like,
you're buying yourself a ticket
okay,
to the
are
funny
you-
farm.
It's like,
Wait here.
all right, I need to ask you a couple questions. First one, have you been doing methamphetamine? Second, are you drunk? You might have to quiet that down.
Meh. Nah, they can blow out their eardrums.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right?
Oh, that's Max.
You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr.
He
Wake.
looks too cartoony
I'd
for a
shake
dog
your hand,
almost.
but mine are kind of full here.
Oh.
Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot
Maybe.
I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and
Yes, I
meet
can
a
read.
kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster.
Not really.
You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Maybe.
Possibly.
No, let's not quit it. I like this joke. It's a good joke.
Sorry for speaking with my mouth full, but yeah.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Aww.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy
Oh
walk.
no, that means we're gonna have to
Nice
kill more
spot, too.
scary dark things.
Yep.
Finding it,
Like I
just
said.
keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Can I leave now? Are you going to keep talking to me?
No,
You're
now
asking
he's done.
me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof
up,
until
Barry.
you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds.
How would I
wearing
tell
white
you if I met a
shirts with
man
too long
who
tangled
once
up
hung
sleeves
out in a
and
area
eating
that you
healthy
could call
diet
limbo, and
pills?
the only way you could get
Al, you
transport
make
from areas
cold
in limbo was
jokes
to
about
call a
people who
cell
believe
phone,
that
and the
kind
only
of
way you
stuff.
could talk to the
You're
ghosts
the
was to
skeptic.
call a cell
You
phone.
gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on. I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me?
He did.
There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.